Imagine this. It's late at night. The house is quiet. The lights are dim. You walk into the bathroom for one last check before bed, and there it is again, that ugly, stubborn toilet ring staring back at you like it owns the place. You scrubbed it yesterday. You scrubbed it last week. You even tried that miracle cleaner everyone online swore by. And yet, it's still there, dark, embarrassing, mocking you. And that's when the thought hits you. Why does this thing always come back? What if I told you that tonight could be the very last night you ever worry about scrubbing a toilet ring again? What if, while you're sleeping peacefully, your toilet is quietly cleaning itself? No effort, no brushing, no bending, no harsh chemicals burning your nose. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear changes the way people clean toilets forever, and most homeowners in the U.S. still don't know this. Let me tell you a real story first, because this isn't theory, this is real life. A homeowner in Ohio, busy schedule, to kids, one bathroom that everyone uses. No matter how clean the house looked, guests always ended up noticing the toilet. Not because it was dirty everywhere, just that one ring at the waterline. It made the whole bathroom feel unclean. She tried scrubbing harder. She bought stronger cleaners. She even scratched the porcelain trying to force it away. Nothing worked long term. One night, exhausted, she decided not to scrub at all. She tried a simple overnight method someone casually mentioned. She went to sleep expecting nothing. The next morning, she lifted the lid and froze. The ring was gone, completely gone. No scrubbing, no effort, just clean white porcelain like a brand new toilet. That moment changed how she cleans forever. Here's the truth most people never tell you. Toilet rings are not just dirt. They're a combination of hard water minerals, bacteria, mold, and residue that bond to the porcelain over time. Scrubbing attacks the surface, not the root. That's why the ring always comes back. The secret isn't force. The secret is time. You don't fight the ring, you let chemistry and gravity do the work while you sleep. And once you understand that, everything changes. Now listen carefully, because the first mistake most people make is cleaning their toilet during the day. You're in a rush. You spray, scrub for 2 minutes, rinse, and leave. That's not cleaning, that's cosmetic damage control. Real cleaning happens when the toilet sits undisturbed for hours. Overnight is when the magic happens. Water is still. The bowl is quiet. Cleaners can cling instead of being flushed away. This is where the toilet ring finally loses the fight. The first overnight hack is shockingly simple, but it works because of patience, not power. Before bed, lower the water level in the bowl just slightly, not fully empty, just enough to expose the ring. You can do this with a quick flush while holding the handle down, or by pouring a small bucket of water quickly into the bowl. Now the ring is exposed, and that's important. What happens next feels almost too easy. You pour a slow, steady stream of white vinegar directly onto the ring, not splashing, not rushing, just letting it coat the stain. Vinegar isn't aggressive, it's persistent. While you sleep, it quietly dissolves mineral buildup that scrubbing can't touch. By morning, the ring doesn't stand a chance. But here's where most people stop, and that's why they don't get perfect results. The next step is what separates a cleaner from a deep cleaner. After the vinegar, sprinkle baking soda directly onto the ring. You'll see light fizzing, and that's not for show. That reaction creates tiny bubbles that push into microscopic cracks in the stain. While you sleep, those bubbles keep working. No brush, no effort, just chemistry doing what muscles never could. Now imagine waking up, lifting the lid, and seeing the ring already faded before you even touch anything. That feeling alone is enough to hook people for life. But we're not done, because not all toilet rings are the same. Some are older, darker, more stubborn. And that's where the second overnight trick comes in, the one most cleaning companies don't want you to know. This next method uses something almost every American home already has, but no one thinks to use it this way. Dish soap. Not toilet cleaner, not bleach. Dish soap. The kind designed to break down grease quietly over time. Before bed, squirt a generous amount around the bowl, focusing on the waterline. Then pour hot, not boiling water slowly around the edges. The soap clings to the porcelain, and as the hours pass, it breaks the bond between the stain and the bowl. By morning, even a gentle flush removes what scrubbing never could. Here's why this works so well while you sleep. Gravity never stops. As the soap slowly slides down the bowl overnight, it pulls softened residue with it. You're not cleaning in one spot, you're cleaning the entire bowl without touching it. That's the power of passive cleaning. Now let's talk about the biggest secret of all prevention. Because once that ring is gone, the real win is making sure it never comes back. Most people don't realize that toilet rings often form because of what's inside the tank, not the bowl. Minerals build up, bacteria grow, and every flush reintroduces the problem. One simple overnight tank trick can stop this cycle completely. Drop a cup of vinegar into the tank before bed, not the bowl, the tank. While you sleep, it cleans internal parts silently. The next day, every flush is cleaner water. Cleaner water means fewer rings. This one habit alone saves hours of scrubbing over the years. And let me tell you something important. Harsh chemicals promise instant results, but they quietly damage your toilet. Over time, they roughen the porcelain, making it easier for stains to stick. That's why some toilets seem impossible to keep clean. The surface is already damaged. Gentle overnight methods preserve the smooth finish, making future cleaning easier and easier. It's a long-term win most people never think about. There's also a psychological side to this that nobody talks about. When you stop scrubbing, you stop dreading cleaning day. You stop avoiding the bathroom. You stop feeling embarrassed when guests come over. A clean toilet changes how you feel about your entire home. It sounds small, but it's powerful. Now imagine combining these methods. One night vinegar and baking soda. Another night dish soap and hot water. Once a week, a tank clean. Your toilet starts staying clean on its own. The ring doesn't fight back anymore. It doesn't get darker. It doesn't come back stronger. It just disappears. And here's the most surprising part. People who switch to overnight cleaning often notice their bathroom smells cleaner overall. That's because you're not masking odors, you're removing the source. Bacteria don't survive long, slow treatments. They survive fast scrubbing and rinsing. Overnight cleaning starves them out. This is why professionals quietly use time-based cleaning, even if they don't advertise it. They know force isn't the answer. Consistency and patience are. And once you experience waking up to a clean toilet without effort, you'll never go back. This is just the beginning. In the next part, I'll reveal even stronger overnight methods for extreme toilet rings, including what to do if nothing has worked for years, how to clean without damaging old porcelain, and the one mistake that brings toilet rings back faster than anything else. Don't miss it, because once you understand the full system, your toilet stays clean almost permanently. Now let's go deeper, because if you're still here, it means one thing: you've realized this is not just about a toilet ring. This is about control. Control over something that has annoyed, embarrassed, and wasted your time for years. And the next part is where most people finally understand why some toilets stay clean for months while others look dirty again after just a few days, even when both are cleaned regularly. This is where the hidden truth lives. Think about this for a second. Have you ever noticed that two houses on the same street, using the same city water, can have completely different toilet problems? One has constant rings, stains, and smells. The other looks clean all the time. That's not luck. That's not expensive cleaners. That's habits, invisible habits that work quietly in the background. And tonight, you're learning those habits. Let's talk about the most stubborn enemy of all, the permanent-looking toilet ring. The one that doesn't fully disappear even after vinegar. The one that looks etched into the porcelain. This ring scares people. They think the toilet is ruined. They think replacement is the only option. But in most cases, it's not permanent, it's layered. Years of mineral buildup stacked on top of each other like invisible coats of paint. Scrubbing only removes the top layer and polishes the rest. Here's where overnight cleaning becomes almost surgical. Instead of attacking everything at once, you break the layers down slowly, one night at a time. This is exactly how professionals restore old porcelain without damage. On night 1, you don't aim for perfection. You aim for softening. Lower the water level slightly again. Pour vinegar. Let it sit overnight. In the morning, don't scrub aggressively. Just flush. You're not trying to remove everything yet. On night 2, you repeat, but this time, you add baking soda after the vinegar has already sat for a few minutes. The reaction penetrates deeper now because the top layer is already weakened. By night 3, something magical happens. The ring starts breaking unevenly. It no longer looks solid. That's the moment you know you've won. Because once a ring loses its uniform shape, it can't survive. Now here's a trick almost nobody talks about, but it changes everything for old toilets. Before bed, take a paper towel and press it gently against the ring after applying vinegar. Yes, just stick it there. The paper towel holds the liquid in place all night long. Instead of sliding down the bowl, the vinegar stays locked onto the stain for hours. This is like turning a weak cleaner into a professional grade treatment without buying anything new. By morning, when you remove the paper towel, the stain underneath looks dramatically lighter. No brush, no effort, just time doing the work. Let us pause here for a moment and talk about something emotional, because cleaning isn't just physical, it's mental. Many people feel ashamed of toilet stains. They hide them, they apologize to guests, they feel judged. And over time, that feeling builds stress. When you switch to these overnight methods, something subtle changes. You stop reacting emotionally to the stain. You start treating it like a process, not a failure. That mindset alone makes cleaning feel lighter. Now let us move to a different kind of ring, the one caused by bacteria and mold rather than minerals. This ring often looks slimy or dark and returns quickly, especially in humid bathrooms. Scrubbing removes it temporarily, but it comes back fast because the bacteria live above the waterline, not just in it. The overnight solution here is shockingly simple and incredibly effective. Before bed, pour a cup of hydrogen peroxide around the bowl, focusing on the rim and waterline. Close the lid and walk away. While you sleep, the peroxide releases oxygen slowly, killing bacteria at a cellular level. No fumes, no harsh smell, no damage. By morning, the slimy ring loses its grip completely. This method is especially powerful because bacteria can adapt to oxygen release the way they adapt to chemicals. And here's the part people don't expect. When bacteria die slowly overnight, they don't release strong odors. That's why this method leaves the bathroom smelling neutral instead of chemically clean. Neutral is the goal. Neutral means clean. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake that undoes all your hard work: flushing habits. Most people flush and walk away immediately. That's fine during the day, but at night, it's different. Your last flush before bed determines what happens for the next 8 hours. If you flush and leave the bowl dry and untreated, minerals settle, bacteria multiply. That's why the ring looks worse in the morning. Instead, make your last action intentional. After your final use of the bathroom at night, add something: vinegar, dish soap, or peroxide, and do not flush again. Let the bowl sit treated all night. This one habit alone reduces ring formation dramatically. It's like putting your toilet into sleep mode. Let me tell you another real-life story, because this one surprises everyone. A man in Arizona extremely hard water area replaced his toilet twice in 10 years because of staining. On his third toilet, he stopped scrubbing altogether. He switched to overnight treatments only. 5 years later, the toilet still looked new. Same water, same house, different approach. The lesson? Water doesn't destroy toilets. Habits do. Now let's get into prevention at a deeper level. Toilet rings love rough surfaces. The smoother the porcelain, the harder it is for stains to stick. Scrubbing with abrasive tools damages that smoothness. Overnight cleaning preserves it. But you can go one step further. Once your toilet is clean, dry the bowl completely and apply a tiny amount of car wax or ceramic protectant to the waterline only. Buff lightly. This creates an invisible barrier. Water slides off. Minerals can't grip. This is not a gimmick, it's physics. Smooth surfaces resist buildup. And once applied, this protection lasts weeks. Another overlooked factor is toilet paper. Cheap paper breaks down poorly and leaves residue that feeds bacteria. Switching to better quality paper reduces ring formation more than people realize. It's a small change with a big impact. And let's not forget the tank again, because the tank is the heart of the system. Overnight tank cleaning once a week keeps internal components free of slime and mineral film. Clean tank equals clean bowl. It's that simple. As you can see now, this isn't one hack. It's a system, a quiet overnight system that works while you live your life. No scrubbing marathons, no sore backs, no frustration, just waking up to progress. And here's the beautiful part: the longer you use these methods, the less you need them. The toilet reaches a balance point where stains don't form easily anymore. Maintenance becomes effortless. In the next part, I'll reveal the final layer of this system: what to do for toilets that haven't been cleaned properly in decades, how to fix damage without replacing porcelain, and the one overnight method professionals use when everything else fails. If you think this part was powerful, the next one changes everything. Stay with it, because once you see the full picture, you'll never look at toilet cleaning the same way again. This is the final piece of the puzzle, and if you've stayed this far, it means you're not just casually watching anymore, you're invested. You want the end result. You want that moment where you lift the lid and feel relief instead of frustration. This part connects everything you've learned so far and takes it to the highest level, especially for toilets that people have already given up on. Old toilets, neglected toilets, toilets people think are beyond saving. This is where the transformation becomes permanent. Let's start with a hard truth. Some toilets don't look dirty because they are dirty, they look dirty because they've been damaged. Years of aggressive scrubbing, harsh chemicals, and rushed cleaning routines slowly destroy the protective glaze on porcelain. Once that glaze is compromised, stains stick faster, darker, and deeper. That's why some people clean every day and still see rings, while others clean once a week and stay spotless. The difference is the surface. But here's the part that gives people hope. Even damaged porcelain can be managed, stabilized, and dramatically improved without replacement. You just have to stop fighting it the wrong way. For toilets that haven't been properly cleaned in years, the biggest mistake is trying to fix everything in one night. That never works. You end up frustrated, exhausted, and disappointed. The professional approach is staged recovery. Think of it like healing, not cleaning. The first stage is detox. For 1 full week, you stop using harsh cleaners completely. No bleach, no acidic commercial gels, no abrasive pads. Instead, every night before bed, you use only gentle agents, vinegar, dish soap, or hydrogen peroxide, and you let them sit overnight. During this week, you're not trying to make the toilet perfect. You're allowing the surface to rest, soften, and stabilize. This alone often makes stains easier to remove than they've been in years. During this detox phase, something interesting happens. The ring may look worse for a day or two. This scares people, but it's actually a good sign. It means old layers are loosening and surfacing. Stay calm, stay consistent. Overnight cleaning rewards patience, not panic. By the end of the week, most toilets already look noticeably better. The ring isn't as dark, the bowl looks brighter, and most importantly, stains stop spreading. That's when you move to stage 2, correction. Correction is where you gently guide the toilet back to balance. One night, vinegar with paper towel contact. Next night, dish soap with warm water. Another night, hydrogen peroxide. You rotate methods so no single substance overwhelms the surface. This is something professionals do quietly. Rotation prevents chemical fatigue on porcelain. Over time, stains weaken instead of adapting. And now we reach the turning point, the night when you notice something different. You wake up, walk into the bathroom, lift the lid, and for the first time in years, the ring looks tired, patchy, broken, faded. That moment matters more than you think, because once a stain loses confidence, it loses power. From that point on, you're no longer chasing the problem. The problem is retreating. Now let us talk about the final professional level overnight method, the one used only when everything else has already softened the stain. This is not for daily use. This is a reset button. Before bed, lower the water level slightly. Apply vinegar generously to the ring. Then, and this is important, sprinkle borax or oxygen cleaner lightly over the area. Not too much. You're not attacking, you're assisting. Close the lid and walk away. Overnight, this combination works slowly and deeply without scratching or burning the surface. By morning, even decades-old stains often release their grip. This method works because it respects time. Time is the real cleaner. Chemicals are just helpers. Once your toilet reaches this stage, mostly clean, stable, no strong odors, you must switch modes completely. This is where most people accidentally ruin their success. They think, it's clean now, I can scrub again. That's how the cycle restarts. Instead, you enter maintenance mode. Maintenance mode is quiet, invisible, effortless. Your nightly routine becomes simple. Last bathroom visit. Add one gentle ingredient. Close the lid. Sleep. That's it. No brushes, no stress, just consistency. Over time, your toilet stops forming rings altogether. Minerals don't stick. Bacteria don't settle. The bowl stays smooth. And something else changes too. Your relationship with cleaning. You stop seeing it as punishment. You stop postponing it. You stop dreading it. Cleaning becomes something that happens around your life, not something that interrupts it. Let's talk about something people rarely admit. A dirty toilet affects confidence. It affects how comfortable you feel inviting people over. It affects how you see your own home. When your toilet stays clean without effort, your home feels calmer, more controlled, more intentional. And here's a powerful realization most people have after switching to overnight cleaning. They were never lazy or bad at cleaning. They were just using the wrong system, a system designed to sell products, not results. Overnight cleaning works because it aligns with how life actually happens. You're tired at night. You're busy during the day. You don't want another chore. This method respects that. It works while you rest. It works while you live. Now imagine this scenario a few weeks from now. A guest uses your bathroom. You don't panic. You don't apologize. You don't check the bowl afterward. You already know what they saw: a clean, bright toilet that doesn't smell like chemicals or neglect. That peace of mind is priceless. And here's the final truth: once you master this, you can apply the same principle everywhere. Showers, sinks, drains, even appliances. Time-based cleaning beats force-based cleaning every single time. You didn't just learn how to remove a toilet ring. You learned how to let go of unnecessary effort. You learned how to work smarter, not harder. You learned how to let patience outperform pressure. So tonight, when you walk into your bathroom one last time before bed, don't rush, don't scrub, don't fight. Just apply, close the lid, and trust the process. While you sleep, your toilet will be working for you. And when you wake up tomorrow and lift that lid, remember this moment, the moment you stop scrubbing forever. If this changed the way you think about cleaning, stay with us. Because this is just one small part of a much bigger system that turns everyday household problems into quiet, effortless wins. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Sleep well. Let time do the work.